On Celebrating Act Two, we've met lots of seniors who have really found a great way to enjoy the second half of their life and often expanded their
Mm.
horizons with new careers. And in fact, that's what today's guest is. She started as a professional musician and found an opportunity to become a novelist thanks to our good friend J.A. Jance.
Yeah, we're delighted, as you know from having watched several interviews. J.A. Jance is a fascinating person, and she introduced us to somebody who is quite fascinating as well. Hello, Barbara Reed.
Well, hi, Barbara Reed.
Hello, thank you for having me.
The J.A. Jance connection is fascinating to us
Mm.
because you wrote two novels, very successful novels, but you didn't stop your music career. If I can, take us back to, because you've been a professional musician
Hmm.
for, dare I say it, talking to a fellow senior,
Oh, for decades,
decades,
decades.
decades, ever since you graduated from Berklee School of Music in Boston
Right.
decades ago.
Yes.
But you've been a professional musician. What was it that got you off on a tangent to novelists, and how'd you meet J.A. Jance?
Well, I worked all kinds of music jobs for years and years and loved every second of it. And it takes you to different places and maybe different countries. And I don't know, maybe 15 or so years went by and things started slowing down in the clubs and a little tired of traveling around. And I was still working. I was still doing a lot of live things, but I had some time, and I've always been fascinated with novels. I've always written, not written, read a lot of novels, and I had read several of J.A. Jance's books, but I didn't ever think I would meet her. But I started my own mystery series. I call them this mystery suspense series, and my character is, not surprising, a female musician. And I think as I was writing it, I was chuckling a lot of times, thinking, well, boy, I'm going to shed some light on the fact that the stereotype is not exactly the way it is. But one thing led to another. And at the end of the first book, I had a very good editor who was reading it and said, all this stuff in here about these songs that you've made up in this book, because it was I didn't think I could use I didn't think I could mention songs. I didn't know whether I could mention other people's songs, so I made up my own titles and put some lyrics in there. And she said, people are going to want to hear these songs if this book takes off. And I said, really? Okay, well, I can do that. So I made songs out of them, and I recorded what I call the soundtrack. So it's the first book is called High Notes or Murder, and this is the High Notes or Murder soundtrack. And when I published the book, and I was doing it is all still, I was thinking just local, and I'd be doing little libraries or little events, and people come up and we want to hear them, we want to hear them. So I had to bring some music, and I started playing them, and it just, how it's like a snowball going down the hill. People wanted the music as much as they wanted the books, and so I wrote a second one, and I've started on that, and then life gets in the way sometimes, doing other things, and I'm just a tad older at that time, and so I didn't take a break. I didn't intend to take a break, but a few years went by, and so I just moved to a new city and finding new musicians to work with and new places, and one thing, I have a third book in the works, but it's not finished yet. Meanwhile, just before I moved here to what I'm considering my second act, uh, which might be the third if you call the books the second, depends on how you look at it. Just before that, I was approached by a script writer named Katie Cotter, who's a really good script writer and novelist, and asked me if I could take the two books and she could just kind of see if they fit into screenplay format. Well, I've messed around with screenplay format. I didn't think I liked it much. I was used to the books until I said I wasn't going to say no to that opportunity. So she did that, and she says, "Well, you edit it. I'm going to put it in there, and then you edit what you want." So now we're both editing, and I'm learning. Boy, this is a lot of fun, and so it developed, and that's where it is now. I mean, I there's nobody knocking the doors down, but we do have. We're very happy that now with TV, or any kind of outlet, there's all these 90-minute pilots with so many, maybe 6, 8, 10 episodes later. So that's what we're hoping to do with it. At the same time, I'm still playing music. I've never stopped playing music. And I happened to move to Vegas about 5 years ago, found a whole bunch of new musicians here, even beyond my imagination, really top studio musicians. And I was able to record with them. So when I met them, I realized all these other songs that were sitting in the drawer. This is my last big opportunity. Nobody's getting any older, of course, we know that, but they get busy and they go out on the road, and they were in town for a few months. So I just worked like a dog to get everything in top form because I knew who I was presenting this material to, and I wanted it to be at their level, and they were happy to do it, thank God. So that's how Lucky Still got made.
And
So
Lucky Still is your brand new album.
the brand new album,
Your third act.
my third act, yeah.
But really, I think the really interesting thing here, and for us, and perhaps our audience, is that if you have an interest, there's no time limit on creativity.
Absolutely not.
And
Yeah.
J.A. Jance was a perfect example of it. She didn't
Oh,
publish her first novel, and she's got 70 some odd now, many of them on the New York Times bestseller list. So
right.
she was about 38.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and that whole wonderful backstory, you can watch our interviews with her on that. But you also, a working musician your entire life, doing what most working musicians do. You're unsung in a lot of ways, and you just work all the time. And but your creativity caused you to have the novelist work. Now you're in the background while you're in your real second act, which we're going
Yeah.
to get back to for a moment. So don't ever, if you think something is interesting, there is no age limit.
I agree completely. There's no age on it. And why would you not try? I mean, if there's no reason not to. We only get so much time to do this. Do it now. I'm
Yeah.
just, I'm having a wonderful time. I can't, sometimes I wake up and I think, what are you doing? I don't know. I just got to get up and do all this stuff.
Mhm.
And it's kind of an honor when I'm working with people this accomplished. And, it's just wonderful. I never thought it would be this good, but it's just wonderful.
Barbara, tell us the names of your novels because I love the
Oh,
names.
the first one is High Notes Are Murder, because they are. And the second one is Harmonic Deception, because I want to keep the music theme all the time.
Yep.
Uh,
And there's a CD to go with each one. Is that right?
no, there's only one CD at the moment.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I got to get busy.
But it's the songs that you created in the novel
Yes.
and actually
Yeah.
had to
That's
record.
right. That's right. There's
Yeah.
there's a few songs like I'm trying to think of the names and I put them in there, and I would write, like, if I'm saying, okay, Liz, the main character, her name is Liz Hanlon.
Mm.
So if I'm saying she and her piano player, they're in the club, they're doing da 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 da, and somebody comes up and wants some tune that they don't, whatever it is, and somebody's bugging them, driving them crazy, and she'll say, "Oh yes, yes," and then she'll say, "No, no, we're doing," and then so here's a new song. So I'll do or being there or whatever. There's a whole bunch of titles there, and and then it has a little bit of the lyrics. I didn't print the whole set of lyrics because it would
Right.
be too much for the page, but enough for people to get the idea. And you can, I hope, the way they go, you can kind of see, you can hear kind of a musical da 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 da, so you can kind of get an idea. And then I describe what the band's playing, just a couple of words, so that if you're inclined, your ear might pick up at it, might pick up on it. And so I never did get to do the second, uh, the songs that are in the second book yet, but hopefully, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will. I
Yeah.
can see why people would want to hear the songs.
Yeah.
By the way,
If they
do you
didn't
have
exist.
a website that people can visit if they want to learn more about
Yes.
what you're up to these days? What's
Yes,
that called?
it's blueoxrecords.com.
Okay.
Blue Ox, BLUEOX records.com.
Great. And they can get your album there too, your new album.
New album is there, Lucky Still, and let's see what else. Yeah, the books are on there too. And
Now you just are in really recently moved to Las Vegas. This is
yes,
your
yes,
third act.
yeah, yeah,
And the album's pretty new. It's just as we speak, it's only a few months old. Am I correct?
right, right. It hasn't even gotten every place into all the outlets that we needed to be in. We it's it's just been crazy, and so we're here. I'm here to stay. I still go. I mean, I still go back and forth to California too, but
Well, Vegas is a definite music town, and I know you'll get a lot of work there.
yeah, yeah, hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the songs on Lucky Still on your
Yes.
new album,
Yes.
they're all original as well. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Some a few of them I recorded in a previous album with a different band, and I did that because um, I don't know exactly. Usually, you wouldn't do that, but we did them in a same style, but I think just maybe it's a more modern sound, or maybe it's just to my ear just better. But most of them are new, and I wrote several, like I said, and there's uh, David Bach, my producer. David wrote a few, and then one of my old roommates back in Boston was a good buddy of mine. And I'll tell you kind of a funny story about one of the songs. It's called "You Can Take It All Back," and it's about love, of course. And she was a wonderful musician. She had the music to it. She wrote the music herself, and it's going deep 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 like that. You know, kind of goes along. And I said, "That's a great song." A little bit slower than that. That's a great dance tune, and you got to write words to that. She says, "No, I don't know how to write words. I'll write some words to it." So so I played with it, and the last line, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase the lyrics. I said, "Well, what happened? What's the music? What's the inspiration for this song?" And then it was a breakup with a guy that we both knew, that we went to school with, who has become quite famous now. So I'm not going to, you won't be named here, but they had kind of a short love affair, and it didn't go well. And I said, "So what are you calling this?" She says, "I'm calling it 'You Can Take It All Back.'" And I said, "Oh, what a great line to end with." You know, "You can take it all back," and we're done. Right? So I wrote it out. I looked at it and said, "We got to copyright this right now. This is too good." So that's the one. She's got the music. She wrote the music to that. I wrote the lyrics, and but Lucky Still I did, and I don't think there's 4, 5, 6 others on it that are mine, and then some of them David wrote some lyrics on a couple too.
Well, nothing better than music collaboration.
It's the best.
Yeah.
I think it keeps you fresh and different, because I remember there was one song, it's called "In My Life." It's on the album, and I had the music to it, and I'm playing it along, and I was kind of struggling with the lyrics. And you know, lyrics are funny. It's just like writing a book. If you get two people writing a novel, you got two different people. So nothing is going to really be the same. Even if you tried to copy someone else, I don't think you could do it. I think the personal stuff comes through. So I was kind of, I don't know, trying to make it too out there or something. And David was listening to it, and he says, "I can write lyrics to that." And I'm thinking, well, now, wait a minute. I think I'm doing this pretty good. He comes back in about 10 minutes with because of his career, we have different backgrounds, and I know understand that's why this happened. Very simplistic lyrics that are dead on, right on the money. And if you listen to it, it's such a strong love song being that way. Where and as soon as I looked at it and I sang it, I went, "Oh yeah, it might have taken me 6 months before I would have come to this, and I don't know if I ever would." So having another person with another perspective really helped. So I think that's,
Yeah.
I mean, I've had people say that's my favorite song. So on that album, so it's good.
Well, composer, musician, keyboardist,
Yeah,
singer, performer, Barbara Reed, and novelist, I should say,
uh, yeah, that.
mystery writer. Yeah. Congratulations on your multiple careers.
Thank you so much.
And by the way, we're looking forward to having you back. Uh,
Love that.
when and if a screenplay develops, because we know, a lot of things take 10 years and sometimes they take 2 weeks. You just have to have that right. So we're expecting at least one more interview in the near future and hear about the trials and tribulations of getting a screenplay finished and accepted, or
Oh,
the horror story about why it hasn't been yet. And then we're going to ask our audience to go help you call the studios and make it happen.
wow. Wonderful. That would be unbelievable. Thank you.
Do you want to sing us off with something?
Sure. Okay, I'll
Uh,
sing you the beginning line of Lucky Still, and I'll tell you how it happened.
Good.
Oh, okay. That'd be
Okay.
great.
Have to get a sip of water for that. I was watching. Remember the Bosch series?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Well, you know how they always showed him at late at night, uh, out on his patio with the twinkling lights of the city of LA and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that did it, but I just walking away, and I'm hearing in the background that seeing myself standing there, and I'm hearing this trumpet way like from a distance trumpet, and this melody came up and the words came up with it. So once a face has left its trace in the corners of your mind you can't erase, sweet and mild, and all the while just the mention of his name can drive you wild. So that was my trumpet playing that.
Perfect. Thank you.
And I go without music. All right.
Very, very good. I can't wait to get the album.
I should have sent it to you before. I will do that immediately.
Okay,
Thank you.
great. Thank you. And we look forward to seeing you again. Congratulations on your move to your second, third, fourth, second act.
Maybe
And
there'll be a third. We'll all have a third.
and I have to say that I'm among everything, all the impressive things that we've heard about today, is that I don't know that anybody has ever written a score for a book. Okay,
Yeah, I
I've
don't know.
heard of ABBA
Good point.
and other people have made shows and have made movies based upon an amount of music that somebody has in their stable. But you've
Oh,
done it the other way around. So you may
other
be
way
a Guinness Book of Record holder on this one.
You know what's going to happen? Every writer in the world now is going to come up with. They're going to have music in their books, and I don't know. It's like anything else creative. You really can't help yourself.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us today, and we
Thank
look
you,
forward to
Paul.
seeing you. And have a wonderful run in Vegas.
Thank you for having me. Great to meet you guys.
For more on Celebrating Act Two, visit our webpage, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and tell your friends. Celebrating Act Two is the user manual for the second half of your life.